What's a super easy way to tell that your bet is awful? The raw egg test. Let me prove it.
All right, I want to welcome everybody out to BizNinja Radio here on ABC News, KMET 1490. We have a really cool trifecta interview today with the guys over at Purple. You've probably seen their amazing viral video of Goldilocks and the Rotten Eggs. I don't know if that's the official name, but that's what I know it as. And they've one of the fastest growing companies that I've seen in the last couple of years. So I want to welcome out Sam, Alex, and Dan to the show. Welcome out, guys. So first of all, we've been talking a little bit. Sam is the CEO, Alex is the CMO, Dan's been in communications and marketing really from day one. So I'm going to ask Dan a couple questions, then we'll jump around. Dan, you were involved early on when this concept even came to fruition. Did you expect it to grow as fast as it did?
Oh, no. I don't know if anybody did except for maybe the people that invented the product. So we started last year, and the people that invented the mattress and they're inventors, and they've been inventing cushion technology. They've licensed it to a lot of companies, big name brands for the last 20 plus years. And all that experience that kind of accumulated they wanted to build the best mattress they could that's around solving pain so people could sleep, which is one of the biggest reasons people don't sleep is because of pain in the lower back, or their shoulders, or their neck, whatever it is. And so they've licensed technology to hospitals, and so they brought all that knowledge together into one mattress. And we launched that as a Kickstarter last year. For the mattress, we funded $175,000, and then from that point on, making a long story short, we do 175 grand now, and sometimes less than a day.
Oh, geez.
So we've blown up, after that Goldilocks video, which has had 70 million plus views on Facebook and 11 million on YouTube. All of our videos have had more than 100 million views so far. So
oh my gosh.
But it's a combination of good marketing, a great product that solves a real problem, and people just more than we're probably approaching 3,000 reviews now, and you can look through those and see all the people that are they're grateful for it because it solves a big problem they have. That's kind of the story in a nutshell from my angle.
Yeah, I love it. I think what's really interesting about businesses today is that, one, the good ones are solving real problems, but they're problems that haven't been touched in decades. I mean, mattress technology hasn't evolved since the 50s, really. I mean, it's like, okay, well, this one's now a triple, quadruple pillow top, and then now this comes in, and it's truly a game changer. It's truly, blue ocean type stuff. And so, Sam, you're joining relatively recently to the Purple team, coming in as CEO to this just hockey stick company that's just going through the roof. What kind of chaos are you having to tame day one?
Well, surprisingly, there's actually not a lot of chaos. The team here is phenomenal. The growth that Purple has undergone, seeing it from the inside instead of the outside, is nothing short of phenomenal. And that's phenomenal with a capital P. I, in a previous life, saw a lot of startups here in Utah, and Purple is the fastest growing startup in the entire state, which is saying something, because this entire state is full of some pretty remarkable entrepreneurs, and the startups that they are leading to change the world are, there's a great cohort here in the state, and Purple is the lead of the pack right now. So the team is great. The product is fantastic. Not a lot of chaos, to go back to your question, but a whole lot of opportunity. And we're going to bring Purple to the world.
What's really impressive about the fastest growing startup in Utah is that you're not a supplement MLM, and you're still
It's true. Maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
Free for your friends,
Right.
So Tyler, you want to be the head?
Eventually, the pyramid structure, right?
Right. And I know you guys do have an affiliate program, but that's definitely not been your primary thing. You guys went direct to the consumers, and you got in front of them with disrupting videos that people found interesting, but also related to and understanding, like by communicating the pain through comedy. Alex, you're the chief marketing officer. How are you going to top what's already happened?
You know what? There's a formula to some of the things that we've done, but there's also a creative angle to what we do, right? So we're not just going to copy that formula to a T. Like we'll do variations off of that. But humor is vital to what we do. The thing that is making Purple so successful is, we have a unique bed, but we have unique technology, but we also have a unique way of communicating that. And that's a combination of humor and education. And companies are afraid to do that, and we're going to continue to disrupt by doing that. And the stories that we have coming out, the new videos that you'll see, are going to be as good or better than things we've done in the past. So exciting.
So Tyler, let me pat Alex and Dan and the marketing team in Purple on the back here. When the Goldilocks video came out, it just crushed sales. It was just remarkable. When you ask how are you going to top that, they've been topping it every single month. The company under their leadership has grown 20x in the last 8 months.
Yeah.
I've seen the Kickstarter as well.
The current one.
We have a new Kickstarter for the pillow. It's blowing up, and it's a top popular item on Kickstarter at the moment as well. That's something you should check out. Another great.
It passed 1 million yesterday.
Yeah, and so this is a really interesting thing. I think most people think of Kickstarter as, hey, this is where you go if you're, the small at-home entrepreneur that needs to get funding for your company. But you guys are leveraging Kickstarter even when you guys are doing $175,000 in sales a day. You're still utilizing that to fund future growth. Tell me a little bit about that strategy.
Well, there's already a Purple tribe. There's people that love Purple from the bed. It improved their lives. It's comfortable. It solves problems for them, and some of them also relate to our voice. And we wanted to that help start us out and make this such a successful company. And so, literally, this follow-up Kickstarter for the pillow was literally a year from when we launched the bed or mattress Kickstarter. So it was more. It's a channel to do things on Kickstarter, but the people that made this what it is, our customers that have been loyal to us. And, there's a lot of disruption, like you said, happening in this space. And there's a lot of opinions about which beds are the best, but our audience answers those questions for us better than we ever could on social media platforms. So it was a way to reward them and thank them for helping us build this thing.
And so part of what makes Kickstarter work is that ability to kind of over deliver. You're not just selling the pillow for the standard pillow price. Oftentimes there's incentives and other kind of rewards for being an early adopter. One of the biggest challenges that I think companies going through massive growth like you do, like where, you started, 38 employees to 354 employees, you have a, 574,000 square foot manufacturer building. You guys are a big real company now, right? Not just a little startup. How do you, and maybe this is a good question for Sam as the CEO of the company, how are you going to keep the entrepreneurial spirit alive now that there's, human resources and those guys are all involved?
Yep. That's an interesting question that we've been tackling internally. And here's our approach. We know that the incumbents in the space have a lot of things that we don't have, fully staffed up in all major departments. Processes that they've been operating against for years. We, as a rapidly growing startup, are still nascent in how we are doing things, which actually gives us a little bit of an advantage, Tyler, because we can choose to build ourselves towards flexibility and growth instead of towards operational efficiency. And so one of the things that makes Purple unique is the fact that we have an entire set of products, a whole portfolio of products waiting in the wings that have not yet been released to the market. And so we've actually got a twofold problem right in front of us. One is how do we scale rapidly and 10x our growth in the near future? The second one is how do we a way that we can actually launch to the market the third product, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and have it be every bit as delightful as the bed has been. And so that mandates that we actually maintain a healthy sense of messiness, of entrepreneurialness, of just raw hustle in what we do, and have a lot of fun doing it.
I think one thing too, there's been no investment money yet at all. Do this without some of our competitors. Their first year, one of the leaders in the space had 70 million in the first year. We've had nothing, and so we're not active investors, and we're making money, we're profitable, and we're doing it. We're able to make our own decisions. You can speak to that, I guess, too. But and then that's been some advantages for us as well to move quickly.
I think that's a huge way to be able to keep the entrepreneurial spirit alive, is to not have to answer to the guys that are known for killing it. If everybody involved is still standing on, if the company's standing on its own feet, it can make its own choices. What from the spirit of Purple, from the spirit of your guys' launch, what advice do you give to guys just starting today?
I think a lot of startups end up figuring out their voice. I challenge more of them to figure that out early on and help build their tribe from the beginning. I see company after company change their positioning, change their brand. It's important to figure that out from the beginning. And I think that's why so many people latched on. They saw our content and now they can't wait for more. I challenge a lot of startups to do that from the beginning. To figure out your personas, figure out your audience, and align with them, and try not to deviate from that.
And adding on to what Alex has said, there's something fundamental to Purple that drives the people here, and that's the reason why we exist. It turns out that deep, restful sleep is fundamental to health and happiness, and millions, if not billions of people are unhappy in the morning because they sleep poorly. And so when a Purple bed goes through our manufacturing facility, which is behind us, and goes on the truck, lands in our customer's house, and they have a good night's rest as a result of it, that's life-changing, that means the world to us. That's the reason why we exist. And so if you are a startup and you don't have something that's driving your passions, that gives you a reason to fight the difficulties that, the ups and the downs that startups have to go through, then you're doing something wrong. Go do something else with your life.
No, it makes sense. And so for those of you that aren't, watching on YouTube or catching this on Facebook, but that are listening on ABC Radio, I've got, an executive team here with us on the air, and they're all in t-shirts. How is that comfort and that part of the culture kind of keeping you guys, the company, grounded as you're skyrocketing?
Yeah. So if we were to take you with this little webcam onto the factory floor, what you would see is that everybody on the floor is part of the same team. And that's the Purple team. We are Purple. And so we made a conscientious decision here in the office part on the business side to not be superior or to be different. We are Purple. And so we're all part of the same team. We hustle together. We work together.
That's awesome. With the growth you guys are going through, what challenges did you have, just keeping up with demand and keeping the customers happy while they waited for this amazing product?
We actually did have a pretty significant back order for a long period of time. It literally got up to as far as 4 weeks. To keep customers happy took a full company effort, from customer experience to marketing communications that Dan's helped a lot on with answering questions and trying to be. Well, Dan probably has some thoughts on that as you deal with that. We've
had to slow down ad spend too, because we had, at one point we had 4,000 mattresses in back order, and of course customers they want their mattress today. Everybody wants it tomorrow, right?
Of course. So
they don't like to hear a 3 to 4 week shipping, but we still were selling at that point.
Right.
Internally we were like, at least I was saying, it's like Harley Davidson, man. You buy a Harley Davidson, you got to wait 6 months, and it's because they love it, right?
Right.
But now we're at a week. Today we're at a week, and that's awesome for us. And so that's
even now with this massive, this massive manufacturing plant, you're still you're still selling and creating demand ahead of production. Is that right?
Right now, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're investing in so the inventors not only invented the product, and here's like a little sample if you care.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
This is more than just the foam, memory foam, or latex matches. What you see, this is something completely different. So not only did inventors invent this, but they invented the machine. And so this whole time we only had one machine. It was the prototype machine. And so it's been a process to make more machines, to make more of the what we call the hyperelastic polymer, which is not really a sexy name, but for your purposes. But that's so that's been a challenge too, is making more machines that we invented. We can't just order from somewhere because we invented it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So get this, Tyler. When Purple was launched, that machine that was created, to Dan's point, they could make 20 mattresses a day.
Oh, geez.
And then they had to 10x the volume off of that same machine. And then they increased it way beyond that particular volume. And so now it is running nonstop. And the biggest bottleneck in the company right now is simply the production. There is no ceiling that we have been able to determine on the demand for the Purple bed. And that comes in part back to something earlier that Alex had mentioned about the tribe. People love Purple, and what they're doing is opening up their houses, saying to their friends and their family, you got to come back to our bedroom and try this, and that is meaningful. And it's just yielding sales that are really exciting to us.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys have a limited product like offering right now. I mean, you have the pillow coming out soon, but you don't offer, or do you, every size of bed? Is it still pretty limited?
A lot of that is due to our focus with, fulfilling the back order before we deal with other sizes. We do care about that, and we have some very vocal future tribe members that are looking for the Cal King and other sizes.
Sure.
Those are this close, and I know some of them will watch this because we get a lot of comments about other sizes. We're committed to fulfilling those. It's just we've got to deal with the back order first.
It's king, queen, and twin right now.
Okay, cool. I'm a big fan of Tesla, and you guys are dealing with a lot of the same issues, right? You started with the big mattress. Now you got to work and get the Model 3 out, right? And you got to get all the other stuff ready for the next
listen, you want to go to Mars too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey,
they got the bid for the Mars trip.
They got to sleep somewhere.
through a Hyperloop.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, guys, I really appreciate it. I have one more question that this one I want each one of you to answer, because I ask everyone that comes on my show this same question, because business is awesome and it's a huge part of life, but it's only part of it, right? It fuels the rest of our life. So what is one major bucket list item for each one of you personally?
So I'm going to learn how to paraglide.
Awesome. That's a great one. I'm excited for that. What about you, Alex?
I want to travel the world with my kids. As crazy as that sounds, I want my kids to experience a ton of different cultures and experience a lot of different things. And that's one thing I look forward to doing.
So they're going to watch this and you're going to commit to somewhere. Where's the first place you want to take them?
This last year we took them to Germany and Austria and Italy, a couple of countries in Europe. I'd say they need to go to Asia next. That's the next spot.
Awesome. Big fan. I love Asia. All right, Dan, what about you?
I want to go to Argentina and go in the back country and catch golden dorado on the fly rod.
Ooh.
Just got 2 more guests on that trip. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. I'll be posting this on YouTube and on Facebook and that kind of stuff. So I'll tag you guys there, and then it'll be broadcasting out on ABC Radio. So I appreciate you guys' time.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thanks, Tyler.
All right. Have a great day.
What's a super easy way to tell that your bed is awful? The raw egg test. Let me prove it. When it comes to mattresses, you used to only have 3 choices. Looking for some shoulder pain? Try a hard mattress. Oh! It may feel like a rock and put pressure on your hips, but it's the perfect way to tell your partner, hey baby, want some arthritis? It just fails the raw egg test. Then there's the soft mattress. It starts out okay, but collapses over time, like some cheap sneakers or Anakin Skywalker. And since it comes without back support, you get to try cool new hobbies, like chronic pain. But it also fails the raw egg test. Now let me explain the eggs. The raw egg test states that the perfect bed will let you put weight on raw eggs without breaking them. Because if a bed can cradle raw eggs while supporting all that weight, it'll also cradle your pressure points while supporting your body for maximum comfort. Well, if the hard bed's bad at cradling and the soft bed's bad at supporting, at least the medium bed is just terrible. It's not firm enough for back support or soft enough for your pressure points. So in the end, it's just a sad middle ground, like limbo or a wussy centaur. It's average. No one wants average. Now, to get around that, some beds come with $5,000 remotes, so you can choose between hard bed problems or soft bed problems. They're so high-tech, they failed the raw egg test twice. I don't need a bed that's hard, soft, or average. I need the best of firm and soft without the drawbacks. Introducing Purple. The only mattress that cradles your pressure points like a soft bed while supporting everywhere else like a firm one. Need proof? Let's check. Double check. Triple check. All the checks. And I'm really heavy for a little girl from a fairy tale. Yes, these eggs are raw, and no, we didn't fake it. How lame would that be? You're lame for thinking that. How can a bed be this comfortable? Maybe because it has 15 patents, was created by an actual rocket scientist, and uses a comfort grid system to distribute weight across any body type, giving you the best sleep you've ever had, guaranteed. Thanks, science. Now, there's a catch. Most high-end mattresses cost $5,000, but ours is only $1,000. We're sorry about that. We're the best. But you can spend that extra money on, I don't know, an adorable baby bear. Don't let it on the mattress, though. It will pee all over it. And while you're saving money, you'll save time, too. Because we're shipping Purple right to your door for free. Thank you. Now I have 2. We're so convinced you'll love Purple. If it doesn't change your life in the first 100 nights, we'll take it back for a complete refund. That's the Purple no-pressure guarantee. I love you. So if you or someone you love sleeps, click here to buy your Purple at onpurple.com. And say goodbye to the rock-hard prison bed, the saggy swamp bed, the average bed, and the expensive remote. Get yourself into a Purple. And Mom and Pop, it's not the 1940s. Share a bed already. And make sure it's a Purple, because you guys have been sleeping in garbage.